term only very important for gravitation. So Kepler is the person who made good foundation to understand something about this planetary system and solar system and measurements and distance, all the things with respect to gravitational force. So by help of the postulates already given by the Guruji of Kepler, who is that Tycho Brahe, yes, these Kepler laws formulated by who? Newton. With the help of Kepler laws only, Newton brought a universal concept, that is Newton's law of universal gravitation. Newton's law of universal gravitation. So this is our topic. Behind that there will be a Kepler's ideas. So based on Kepler ideas only, Newton formulated these things. Okay, so as you know, what is Newton's law here? It is a basic idea. F is equals to capital G into m1 m2 by r square, where m1 m2 are the point masses, where r is the distance between 2 point masses, where G is universal gravitation constant, which is constant everywhere in the universe, right? So this is not a matter here. What are m1 m2? These are called gravitational masses. What is m1 m2? Gravitational masses. We have one more term also, inertial mass. What is the difference here? Gravitational mass is nothing but the point object, the point mass which experiences force due to this gravitational force. That is gravitational masses. What is inertia mass? Inertial mass means this is also masses due to inertia of the body. So inertial masses, gravitational masses, quantitatively same. Okay, just for particular concept we are using this like a inertial masses. Okay, right. So what about features of this gravitational force, which is very, very important? Just a few minutes I will tell you. Gravitational force is a central force. What is gravitational force? Is a central force. Gravitational force is a which is a central force. Second one, what I am telling, which is attractive force. Whereas electrostatic force is both attractive and repulsive, but it is only attractive. Third one, it is independent of medium. These are very important points about gravity. Central force, attractive force, independent of medium. Okay, yes. So and one more important difference between electrostatic force and gravitational force. Previously they have asked one question. We can bound the electrostatic force, but it is not possible with gravitational force. We cannot bound that. We cannot shield. Yes, we cannot shield the gravitational force, but we can shield up that electrostatic forces. So this is the idea about the basic knowledge about a gravitational force. Next, one of the important topic related to this is gravitational field intensity. What is meant by gravitational field intensity? You can represent with this is E. E means generally intensity of electric field, Here also we can use intensity of gravitational field due to G. Okay, what is the expression here? That is Gm by R square. Okay, right? Where capital G is universal gravitation constant. When you talk about NEET and JEE, one of the most important standard question we have, shell theorem. Yes, shell theorem, which is very important for NEET and JEE. For JEE means 100% it is important. What is meant by shell theorem? As I have given one standard question which is related to shell theorem in gravitation. So when there will be a uniform cell of radius capital R, when it is considered as a point mass, then what is the intensity of this gravitational field inside E bar, EZ, inside, that is equals to 0. This is the first theorem, first shell theorem. that expression and the derivations are different. This is not a time to discuss about the derivation. Just I am telling the expression. What is that? Intensity of gravitational field inside the uniform spherical shell of radius r is 0. This is first theorem. What is the first theorem? Shell theorem in first. Second one, easy just outside. Easy outside is equals to gm by r square. Just keep these 2 points. Very important note, very important results. So these are 2 theorems, cell theorems, right? Okay, as I have given one important model related to cell theorem. As per cell theorem, E inside 0, E outside is gm by r square. Okay, now we will go for that question. See, before going to start about that question, I need to say one point. Especially in physics, when the length of the question is more, the question 100% is easy. When sometimes single line questions make us complexity. Okay, you can feel sometimes feel difficult. Easy questions means single or double line questions only. But don't get fear by seeing the question in physics. It is what I want to say. Okay, the size of the question never decides the difficulty. Yes, you can see. But once you read the question, you must understand, then only you can go for the solution. Then only you can go for the solving the question. Half of reading question is not good. It is killing time. Generally, what is the bad habit of the students? Half of the question, if you read, if you get the formula, just you are starting the question, answer. Again you are going for the question. It is one type of killing time. So better try to understand the total question, then only you go for solving. A man of mass small m, starts falling towards a planet of mass capital M, and radius capital R. Why I am underlining these values, given values, standard values? As he reaches nearer to the surface, he realizes that he will pass through a small hole in a planet. As he enters hole, he sees that the planet really made up of 2 pieces. How many pieces? 2 pieces of spherical shell. 2 pieces of spherical shell of mass. It is important, 2m by 3 and m by 3. At the center, change in force of gravity, change in force of gravity experienced by the man when he crosses the surfaces is very extraordinary question, standard question, which based on cell theorem. What the question meaning? When a person, yes, of mass m start falling towards a planet, when he reaches the planet, he came to know, he realized that there will be a hole of 2 parts, 2 surfaces. How many? 2 surfaces. So he is passing through that one surface to another surface. What? When he crosses the surface, what is change in force of gravity? Change in force of gravity means what? We need to find out change in intensity of what? Gravitational field. Such a beautiful question. Okay, you can see. So what the meaning here is, let us consider it is a planet. Yes, it is a planet of radius. It is given that, how much is given? It is given that r. Okay, right. Let it be just case 1, just outside. Case 1 I am taking, case 1 just outside. So here the just outside, how much it is given? 2m by 3. What is the mass is given? 2m by 3. At center it is fixed that m by 3. Just outside is 2m by 3. Here it is m by 3. Now I am going to find out resultant intensity of gravitational field. So just outside here. So that what the formula according to cell theorem, E is equals to, let it be take, E1 is equals to G m value 2m by 3 gm by r square, gm by r square. This is the first case. Okay, yes, where it is here, plus one more also we have. What is that? Inside also. Inside, how can I take g m by 3 gm by, this is what, r square, gm by r square. So this is what, just outside, this is what, inside. See, you may get one doubt, sir, inside means according to shell theorem it might be 0. No. Why? Because the total spherical shell itself consider as a point mass. What is the mass of the cell is m by 3. That is what in first case. Why? Because our reference point is just outside. With reference of that I am going to find out. Okay, yes, on simplification of these two, yes, I will get it. This is 2 by 3 gm by r square, gm by r square. This is 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3. 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3 means how much? 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3, 3 by 3 means 1 only. Yes, I will get the resultant is gm by r square. This is equation 1. Hope you understand. First I consider the point, the person at just outside the cell. Now case 2 inside. Now we came to inside. So when you came to inside, the point comes to the inside. He enter into inside. E2 I am going. That is E due to out point, out mass, E due to out point plus E inside. So what? E2 is equals to E due to out point plus E due to inside. Why? Because like here only. Now with the reference of inside, so that as per shell theorem this value becomes what? 0. According to shell theorem this value is equals to 0. So that E2 is equals to E due to out point only we have remaining. What is out point is G2m by 3 r square. So this is equation 2. This is equation 2. What? E1, E2. This is just outside, this is just inside. So what we have? Change in force of gravity. So difference in fields. This value minus this value. What this value? Gm by r square. This is what? Gm by r square 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means equation 2 minus equation 1 you will get Gm by r square common into this is what? 2 by 3 minus 1 minus 2 by 3. 1 minus 2 by 3. So that is how much will come? 2 by 3. Just wait. Yes. 2 by 3 m this is, and second case 2 is how much? Okay, this is only m by 3. Sorry, not 2 by 3. This is just m by 3. So m by 3 means what? 1 minus 1 by 3. That is equals to 2 by 3 gm by r square. Yes. So this is finally the difference. This is finally difference 2 by 3 gm by r square. What is the mass of the person? I did not add anywhere. So mass of the person is what? Small m is given. So gmm by r square into 2 by 3. So it is your answer. Gmm by r square into 2 by 3. So this is your answer. Okay, right. Once again I will explain. As per the question we are applying the shell theorem. According to shell theorem, when the case of uniform spherical shell of radius r, intensity of gravitational field inside 0, outside is gm by r square. With respect to just outside point we have two values. That is what? Here gm by r square plus here also gm by r square. So this is gm by r square where mass is 2m by 3 here. Here the mass is m by 3. It is center. Okay, point to be understand. Second case, see, E2 is E due to out point plus E inside. What I am telling, this is the point m by 3. This is the point m by 3. Consider as a point mass, that is fixed. Consider as a point mass, that is fixed. That is not 0. When this point come into side, inside the cell, as per cell theorem, when this point come inside, what will happen? This is 0. It is not 0. Why? Because it is mentioned at center of spherical cell. Consider as a point mass. So that is not 0. So that G into m by 3 r square. That is okay. Plus this value is 0. Why? Because I consider first this point outside, second this point inside. This is constant. Hope you understand. That's what here I should take m by 3 only. Here m by 3, here m by 3 constant. Here the point outside. That's what I have taken this value. Now this point coming to inside. Understand? That's what this value becomes 0. Okay. So that directly I have written G into m by 3 r square. So by taking subtraction of this one, I will get 2 by 3 GMM by r square, where small m is mass of the person. Understand? So in this way we can apply the what? This is shell theorem. One more example application about shell theorem I will give, then easily you can understand. Right? Hope you understand. Okay. We will see one more question application related to shell theorem. Why I am focusing about shell theorem is, as I said, which is important in both IIT, JEE and NEET also. The second question is related to shell theorem. The gravitational field due to uniform thin hemispherical shell. The gravitational field due to uniform thin spherical shell, uniform thin hemispherical cell. Okay, it is important. Hemispherical cell at a point P. Is I, which is given, representation is given I. Then the magnitude of gravitational field. The magnitude of gravitational field at Q is yes. Options they have given. First option is Gm by 2 r square minus I. Second option is Gm by 2 r square plus 1. Option 3 is Gm by 4r minus 1. Option 4 is 2i minus Gm by r square. Even one diagram also they have given, that is what? Like this. Yes, hemisphere, this is the point center. Here there will be a point P. Here one more point is given. This is Q. That the gap is equals to 2r. This gap is equals to 2r. This is also such a beautiful and very interesting and standard question we have based on shell theorem of gravitational intensity. Okay, you can see that. What is the question is? Just I will read a very easy question. I think it is one of the question in one famous standard book, H.C. Verma. Right. The gravitational field due to uniform thin hemispherical shell at a point P is I. Simplest question. See, before the question lengthy is more. This is just one sentence. This point P, at point P, E bar is equals to representation I given. Then magnitude of gravitational field at Q at opposite point is given. Hemispherical shell. How we can understand this logic is, it's very easy logic only. Just I am considering this is the cell, complete cell it is. As the question has given half of the part. So assuming, what is that? Let us consider let us consider what? Consider same hemisphere downward means what? Second side, okay. Just which is given point is P. I have assumed second sphere is Q. Hope you understand. Which is given identical hemisphere I assumed. Okay, now it is completely one cell, then I can apply the cell theorem, right? So that here this is same, this is also same, whatever it may be. What it is given that 2R. How much it is given? 2R. Then it is also 2R only. Okay. So this point intensity is given that I. What the intensity is given ma? I. So let it be take, here it is I dash. It is a I dash. Clear? Yes. Then what we need to find out? What is I dash? What is a I dash? So you can take it as like this, because hemisphere, no? For better understanding, at the same diagram I have drawn. This is the question. This portion they have given. This portion we assumed identical. It is just like inversion. Yes. Now where it is I, here I dash, we need to find out what? I dash. Okay, fine. So that at P I am finding, at P resultant E bar is equals to, at P resultant E bar is equals to, at P resultant E bar is equals to, due to this first half sphere there will be intensity that is equals to I, we know. Due to this also there will be effect here, that is equals to I dash. Okay, what is the total here at point P? I can take I plus I dash. I plus I dash. Okay na? Yes. So here the total is equals to I plus I dash. Now what I have to find out here? As per the question, I plus I dash net field at P is equals to I plus I dash. Okay na? Yes. So that value is equals to, is it given mass? Yes, we can consider that will be a capital M. Then yes, what is intensity? General formula. Intensity is equals to Gm by R square. It is a reference formula for you. Reference formula. So let it be take equation 1. Now as per this formula I am applying, that is E bar is equals to, what will come? G is same, M. This is M plus this is M. So that it will come 2M by R square. R square means what? 2R. What is the distance? 2R square. Okay, just you can simplify that. E bar is equals to, this is 2 square, no? 2 cancel, Gm by 2 R square. Why? Because 2 square 4, 2 cancel. This is equation 2. So what is the resultant intensity at the point P? I have Gm by 2 R square. Now I can find out equation 1 is equals to equation 2. This equation same. As per representation, this is I, this is I dash. I plus I dash is equals to, here intensity what? Yes, directly I wrote G into M plus M, 2M by 2R square. Why? Because Gm by R square. So equation 1 is equals to 2 now. So that what? I plus I dash is equals to Gm by 2R square. So what do you want? I dash is equals to Gm by 2R square minus I. Very important question. So this is the result. What is your answer is? Yes, this is. So this is the answer. What? Gm by 2R square minus 1. Why? Because equation 1 is equals to equation 2. 1 plus I dash is equals to G into 2M by 2R square. Okay, right. Why? Because 2R is the common distance for both. Okay, fine. Yes. So this is one more question related to shell theorem. Hope you understand. A very standard question it is also. Yes. Now I will go for one more question. One of the important model in gravitation is work done under gravitational field. Work done under gravitational field. So generally, if you want to find out what is the work done, resultant work done by bringing an object from one point to another point means, as you know, first I will write the question, later I will explain how we can take it is. The work done to raise a mass m, what is that? The work done to rise, it's very important question. The work done to rise, the work done to rise a mass m from the surface of the earth mass m from the surface of the earth to a height h, to a height h, which is equal to the radius of the earth, which is equal to the radius of earth, which is equal to the radius of earth, which is equal to radius of earth is. This is the question. Options are given. First one is mgr, second one option is 2mgr, third option is mgr by 2, fourth option is 3 by 2 mgr, mgr. Yes, this is the question. See, very important model it is. Yes. So what this question is, the work done to raise a mass m from, this is m, from the surface of the earth to height h. Let us consider this is earth surface. As per the question, this is center, let it be take some, this is r. First initially the body at m, the body at surface. After that what happened, this is raised up to h, this mass. So this is initial position, it is the final position. What is the work done? So it is happens under gravitational field, you know. So what is the work done here? So the work done is equals to what? The work done is equals to change in potential energy. The work done is equals to change in potential energy. That is W is equals to UF minus UI. W is equals to UF minus final potential energy minus initial potential energy. Then what is the potential energy? Gravitational potential energy is equals to minus GMM by R. This is the formula we know. What is gravitational potential energy formula? Minus GMM by R. So case 1, UI is equals to minus GMM by R. This is equation 1. The first potential energy we know. When you come to case 2, final potential energy is equals to minus GMM by, what is R now? First case, here we have found that is potential energy we know. This is case 1. Yes, when the body is shifted there, raised there, then what is the distance? R plus H. But as per the statement is, which is equals to what? The height h, which is equal to radius of earth. Again, h is equals to r. Okay, so minus GMM by r plus r. R plus r means, can I take 2r? This is equation 2. So what the height is given indirectly? that is equals to R. So that is R. We know U final, U initial. You can find out difference. So difference work done is equals to what? Minus G mm by 2R minus of minus plus G mm by R. Okay, fine. Yes, W is equals to yes, GMM by R I can take common, GMM by R I can take common, then what is the remaining factor is 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 means what? This is 2 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 only. Yes, so W is equals to GMM by GMM by R. GMM by R. Okay, fine. So then GMM by R what? 1 by 2, no? 2R. Yes, very good. Yes, but is there any option? No. So what we need to find out? All the options there will be a small g. So if you convert this formula into small g means what? We can write, here only I will write, I am rubbing the diagram. Yes. What is small g? Small g is equals to gm by, small g is equals to gm by r square. So by substituting that gmm by r, so this is gm by r square, one more r is required, then we can write here g. Okay, so mg again r, mgr by 2. Yes, mgr by 2. This is your right answer. What? I am converting the given answer in terms of small g. Then gmm by 2 are actual answer, but I am converting to small g, then I will get mgr by 2. Okay, fine. Yes, this is also very important model. It's related to work done is equals to change in potential energy. Okay, fine. Yes, still I have a little time. I will try to cover two more important models. I left the concept that is Kepler's. Why? Because every time I have seen related Kepler's direct questions only they have been asking. So it's not a matter. You can answer it. But one more important model I will try to cover is, see, related to gravitational small g variations. I will give the model is small g variations. What will happen to, the question is given, next question, what will happen, theory question only, what will happen to the weight of a body, what will happen to the weight of a body, what will happen to the weight of a body at the South Pole, what will happen to the weight of a body at the South Pole if the earth stops rotating? If the earth stops rotating, about its polar axis, what the options they have given? No increase, decrease, no change. What the options given? Increase, second option decrease, third option no change, fourth option reduce by half. Some options given. See what the question is, logic question. What will happen to the weight of a body? Yes, weight of the body, W is equals to mg. The gravitational pull acting on the body is considered as a weight of the body. At the South Pole, this is point to be understand. At South Pole, let us consider this is the earth, this is axis of rotation, let it be take, this is a North Pole, this is south, it is axis of rotation, let it be take, it is a equator, like this, of radius it is r. So in this particular case we know not only here Yes, you can take like here also, you can take here also, anywhere you can take one particular point is here or here, here. When the point differentiate from one place to another place, yes, obviously G value will comes to change. It is a fact, you know. G value is depends upon axis of rotation also, and the position also, latitude also affects, we know that. But here what the question is, what? South pole. Generally what, for example, if the particle here means here two types of forces are acting. One is what? Gravitational force, which is balanced by centrifugal force. Centrifugal force. This is the fact, you know. At any point, gravitational force is balanced by centrifugal force. So the gravitational force is equals to mv square by r. That is equals to m. V is equals to r omega, m r square omega square by r. So that is equals to mr omega square. Yes, here it is depends upon omega. What the formula we came? Mr omega square. What the formula I get? I will write properly. So here mr omega square. Yes, it depends upon omega, we know. So generally it's happen. But the question what? Either north or south. It is given at south. Sorry, it is only south, it is only north. Okay, whatever it may be. So then what will happen? These are the points at poles. At poles. At poles means the point at this particular point is stationary. That is the point to be noted. At south or north, north or south, the points must be, yes, before convention only correct, sorry. It is only north and south. Yes, whatever it may be. So here what? At the south pole. So at poles the points must be stationary. Okay, the points if you take like the here, what will happen? Compulsory it will reduce. Where? Maximum values you can get at equator. At equator you have weight of the body maximum. Remaining it will comes to reduce. But the point comes at either south or north. What will happen? No change. Why? Because these points are stationary. So option is 4. No change. Very good. Next one more question we will look at. Yes, it's very important model. Yes, what the model is related to factors of G. What the question is, I will read. The ratio of acceleration due to gravity at a height h above the surface and earth depth h below the surface. Above the surface and below the surface. What the question? What is the ratio? Here I am writing. Ratio at above surface at h, below surface at h. Actually we are considering it is a depth. They are asking the ratio above the surface and below the surface. That meaning is what? For example, in this particular diagram only, no, we cannot understand. I will take another diagram. Yes, this is the earth. So they are giving, let it be take somewhere, it is h, the same point they are taking h. Above the surface it is below the surface it is. Above the surface and below the surface. Okay, above the surface, gh is equals to g into 1 minus 2h by r. gh is equals to g into 1 minus 2h by r. When h is very less than that of r, point to be noted. Or else you know that r square by r plus h whole square formula, that is different. Next, gd is equals to g into 1 minus d by r. This is the depth, effect of depth. In both the cases g value becomes reduced, we know. When you are going above the surface of earth, when you are coming below the surface of earth, it will come to reduce. So gd is equals to g into, here d is there mentioned that what? h by r. h by r. Okay, yes. Now what the question, as per the question, what we have to find out is ratio. Ratio means what? That implies what we need? Ratio. Ratio is equals to 1 minus 2h by r by 1 minus h by r. 1 minus 2h by r by 1 minus h by r. That is equals to r minus 2h by r minus h. R minus 2h by r minus h. H cancel. So still I can write r minus 2h by r minus h, that is equals to here I can write as per the options I will go r minus 2h by r minus h. Here we can write r minus h by r minus h minus h by r minus h. Yes, this one same. Finally, I have the equation, the ratio is equals to 1 minus h by r minus h. This is the expression I have finally, 1 minus h by r minus h. But the options what they have given, you know, in this particular question, the options they have given that, I will read the question properly, listen. It is a previous JEE question actually. The ratio of acceleration due to gravity at a height h above the surface of the earth and the depth h below the surface of the earth. H is less than radius of the earth. Then options they have given that one is constant. It is increases linearly with h. Try to understand options. First option is constant. Second option increases linearly with height. Decreases linearly with height. Decrease parabolic with height. A very interesting question actually it is. So what is your answer? See that. What is your answer? You see that. As you know, it is a basic ideas only. GH is equals to G into 1 minus 2h by r in the case of a height. This is in the case of a depth. We know the ratio when I am taking, actually it is enough, r minus 2h by r minus h. But as per the options I should go. What the options given? The relation they have been asking, linear, parabolic with respect to h, means I should get the simplest form. Then only I can identify by the fraction. By this fraction I cannot make the relation. So that still I simplified r minus 2h by r minus h is equals to, I can write r minus h by r minus h minus h by r minus h. By simplification of this you will get this only. So now 1 minus h by r minus h. 1 minus something. Ratio 1 minus something. So that obviously it is decreases. But is it linear? No, we know it is not a condition for linear. So that all the three options it has given that linear relation. But only one and only option it is given parabolic. So that sometimes we should depends upon elimination method from options only. In three options linear, only one option parabolic. So it is not at all linear. So you should go through the fourth option, decreases parabolic way with h. Yes, hope you understand. We have discussed a few standard questions from gravitation. Remaining questions from previous years you can try to practice. Thank you. Have a nice day.